All right, we are back. Getting some views. That's cool. Hopefully, people are watching all the way through with us in Super Sentai Zurangers. We're gonna be watching episodes 5 and 6, which are put into one episode of the American version. This guy, or I should say, before I get to there, first of all, we haven't got to the Megazord yet. I believe that'll be the next episode. And again, you have to remember, we torment children in these. So, we are getting into this feller, who is basically the Riddler. All these kids are gullible. But as you notice, he has the Sphinx on top. So we know him more as King Sphinx. So this one was probably really hard for them to get around because he's in human form quite a bit through this whole series. One thing is, in the American version, there's always lessons to learn in at least the first, I don't know how many episodes. But in this one, the lesson is Jason is trying to beat Bulk's bench press record in the American version, which is like 1,000 and something, which I just watch it. It's pretty corny. I mean, Power Rangers is a little bit corny already. But while he's doing it, people pay attention to Kimberly blowing her bubbles, Zach's skating and like bumps into everybody, messes up Jason. Jason's mad that he's kind of close. He doesn't really show he's like super mad. He's just kind of like more bummed. There's King Sphinx. Really odd that they just didn't go with King Sphinx as like that Riddler type of dude, and talk and as that character instead of having like a goofy, skinny guy. This guy, either one or the other. It's not like they were planning to do this live or to have the United States version bring it into America, and they didn't know this ahead of time. But it's Pee Wee Herman, and you only see these cuts as well as just him flapping, like on the viewing globe. Zordon will show it. So anyways, so Jason's more like, I'm kind of tired of everybody, without saying that. He's annoyed. So this episode in the American version is he's got to kind of work on his own, and he does his own thing. So we'll show the parts. I think it's so weird in this one they really don't worry about their secret identities. It's a lot cooler, I think, in the American version. That's one thing I do like more, is their have alter egos and stuff. I do like the character idea of this, that they're like superheroes in this. And I like Geki's way more focused on than Jason, because I rather them focus on Jason as a leader more. Like I always said, like a Captain America, the leader. That's who my favorite was, and I felt he kind of got screwed over a lot as being the leader, the focus of the team. The comics do a way better version, I think, of him stepping up, but again, we're making a kid show. But again, this one was a Jason episode. But there are gonna be 2 episodes they have to mix all together because there's so much footage from the Japan one. They can't show this. They can't show Mr. Riddler dancing with them, or it would mess things up. It's, I don't know. I don't know what to say. Children love the riddles. I don't know if they didn't make her go after children in the American version just for the sake of scaring kids, but it's not that scary. There are some parts in this series that are a little bit much. I hate that he's been Goldar sleeping. It ruined it for me. Goldar was always like a beast. I like him a lot when America took him over with Zordon, Lord Zed. I really enjoyed how they did that. Where he kind of had the snarl and mechanical mouth. But I can't, again, I don't remember, is his wings on him? Door Sphinx. They didn't make him out of clay either. They didn't show that, so I don't know where he specifically came from. And it's just like Angel Grove, where it's like bad things just happen in this area, which is kind of goofy. And there's Dan being Dan. Yeah, see, this would be all issues here. I'm glad they didn't ever use Sphinx as a human form and took that idea where he goes back and forth. I think it's really goofy. I don't know why he would play around with this. Even though I like Boy, I think he's a good character. It's weird that the villain has these little paper things that he just, I don't know. But the whole point that the American version did is the blowing away was separating the other Rangers from Jason, because they're like, Jason's already, you know, not filling them, and if we get him away from them, you know, we could destroy the Power Rangers. I saw those cords on there. That was weird. Those were thin strings. I swear their layer looks a lot like Rita's. Did he say he ate people? And Barza plays a lot bigger role than I'm realizing. He does show up quite a bit. Oh yeah, I forgot. Or they have them at. It's pretty funny. And I want to know how their cave works. Like, is there doorways? Is there... I don't know what just happened to him. He just saw a hot lady. This is all connecting to the Green Ranger, by the way. Which is way better story than what they did on the... I was never a big Jason David Frank fan because I was a big Red Ranger fan, so I never liked the Green Ranger. I liked the Green Ranger as a character, as a how he looked, and the Dragon Sword. Then in my older age, I didn't like Jason David Frank because he was always like from what I heard, he was really good with fans. But I didn't like that he hung on to Power Rangers so hard that like that's all he promoted, and it was kind of like an Al Bundy thing to me, where he like lived in his glory days and that was it. But then, you know, he started doing like his own projects and stuff, and that's cool, but it just always was like. But now, you know, he passed away, and tragically passed away how he did it and stuff. It's horrible, so I don't like speaking ill of him. It just sucks how all that went down. I feel like they could have done a lot more with the end of the Cosmic Rangers, with a bunch of other original Rangers for it to be the final ending, supposedly. But back to the comedy here, they're all stuck in trees. And again, this is a lot of footage you can't use, so it makes sense. Number one, the Sphinx is going to take place in the next episode, that they had like nothing to work with, and a lot of them try to be in order. They try to use the order of the villains. Like I said, not until why am I drawing a blank what I was going to say? Anyways, they just couldn't do a lot with this right now. I was going to say, that's what I was saying. They try to keep up with each villain for the next episode of the American version. Okay, so a lot of this footage is going to get used once they morph. Because Zordon tells them they're in the park. I don't know why they come. But they're in the park, and this is when they're blowing away all the other Rangers. And I don't know why they say... They always do that move. I don't know where do they say Trini and Billy are at this time. I can't remember. It can be an edit, but I don't think it is because... see, they also don't morph all at the same time on this show. They do change it, though. The American version, of course. I don't know why. Don't play along with the riddles. Oh, yeah, that's right. You'll turn into a tree if you don't answer. It's very low budget that he carries cards. So this is in it, or they're blowing them away. But I believe she lands at the command center, or no, at the juice bar where Zach landed as well. They get teleported. Why do they get teleported to the juice bar? No idea. But they don't get put in trees. Nothing to do with trees in this. And of course, we never see any of this. It's just going to be him blowing them away. That's hilarious that he just punches Babu, though. Come on, Goshi. A little too late. P. Herman will banish you. I don't get why they just didn't keep it as King Sphinx. So, of course, this is where we're going to see more of just the Red Ranger of what they use in the story, where it's him. God, they never use those dark ones. They cut them out so well. You could barely catch it. Look at him, just frozen like that on the ground. Don't move, don't move. It's weird how well they cut it, though, to where you don't see the dark putties. Because I mean, you probably will catch it if you pay attention to it. But they cut around them very well, and I don't know if they meant to or what. Maybe it's because usually they're the ones that like morph up from, it's morph, but from little to big. It's so crazy. I think this is what, the 16th Sentai? Yeah, they started with this one, and it just seems so perfect. So, all this is in there of him fighting King Sphinx. Pretty sure he even uses the sword. They do that move a lot. I think it's funny the stunt doubles have to do this so much, rolling around. That rolling off the hills, and I would worry about the costumes, especially the monsters, ruining the outfits. Oh god, it's time to make them big. I think this was edited around as well, because I don't believe fight him until the end. I could be wrong. Because if so, he would fight just as the Red Ranger, because we don't get the Megazord, I believe, till the next episode. And again, this is all one episode with the next episode are merged together. Yeah, so none of that's used where Geki's shot back by the T-Rex. Like I said, it's really weird that they have them with their own personalities. But he's still all messed up, trying to figure out what's going on. So yeah, it's like I said, there's a lot of continuity in these where they connect to the next episode. And Geku's in the middle fighting the Sphinx, you know. I think it's so funny. That song they play at the end. So this is the rise. This is where we're gonna get the Megazord finally. And I believe in the first episode of Power Rangers we already get the Megazord. Very good marketing tactic of selling. So we're in the 6th episode, and that's where you'll get the Megazord. And do they get the... Yeah, they get the power crystals on this one. Because I remember him fighting King Sphinx, they throw it into the rocks where he has to get it all out. His sweatiness bugs me because it seems so freaking hot. It's funny, with Power Rangers, they're always stuck fighting in a park, and here they're always in the rubble. This is Tokyo. It's on double again. Oh my god. Ah. Who knows? They might be their own stunt doubles. I don't know. This is some in-game stuff right here. Of course, they didn't want to replay this out in the American version, showing skeletons and melted faces of his team losing. Would have made sense with Jason thinking that, you know, his team's annoying him. You're the guardian beast, always up in the heavens. I guess he's showing what could happen. This is what happens with Dracon. Dracon. I don't know how you want to call his name, but I think it's Dracon. God, I wish they moved that into the stories and the reboot coming up. Do all what they're doing right now with the comics. This is pretty cool. I thought that they show Megazord on the ground, laying on the ground. See, I'll not pronounce that. Daijujin. Daijujin. But since they all seem like their own entities, because I don't know who's talking to them. I'm guessing the T-Rex. Can't they all just turn into Daijujin? Or I'll just call Megazord this whole time? And they want him to be more of a leader, and again, that kind of fell into the Jason story. So they did take some liberties into that. And I don't get, this happens in the regular Power Rangers where they get teleported back to where they need to be teleported. Like, it's just so lucky. Maybe the Guardian Beast did it. Yep, they're all still there. Me? Meh. Dan. And they answer, like, I believe someone's gonna come down and cut them, I believe. So it's like you're under pressure under the clock. I think. If not, there's another episode that does that. I think it's kind of funny that the coincidence. Don't give up, Geeky. You're talking to trees, Geeky. He's just hallucinating. He's on drugs. Just talking to trees. They're all like, Geeky, what are you talking about? Ow, that was my root. Geeky always get emotional. Bars that do something. Bars that do something. Goldar's like, what up? Jumped in front of him and everything. No transformation needed. Sequence. Look at Road Ranger taking on both. Bars that do something. Now they're just out in the asphalt. Not asphalt, in the rubble. The last Zyuranger left. Did she make him grow already? Again, I think all this isn't in the America until the last part of the episode, because it's the Megazord that fights them all. I love the shots, how it's just like an up close of the foot to make it look like they're small. Very smart. I mean, because they could have used this if the Red Ranger was by himself. And I believe Zordon just has them. And he throws them down into that. But this all does happen. So I do believe, yeah. And from this point, they're going to all turn to the Megazord afterwards. So I remember watching this going, does he do that? And like, oh yeah, he does stick the sword in. It wasn't like he had to sod him out. And it is weird in here that he just finds him in random rubble. It's time to do some drugs, kids. I think it's funny that just tossing them gets them all out. Forget those kids. We're back and we got popsicles. What a good commercial break. We're ready to go. Well, let's wait, kids. I summoned the guardian beast. It's time to unite. Sphinx and Goldar are just gonna chill and wait until you get all this done. Mobbing. It's always funny, where are they coming from, because all the conditions look very different. The scenery, I should say. But they make it there in time. I just can't remember if he goes in it by himself or they just go straight in the Megazord. I want to say they come straight in the Megazord. God, where is beforehand? Where was Blue and Black at? Or Trini and Billy? And they never mention again what those do for them. Is it they have to have it there for Megazord to come together? Because they have other episodes where they show them like stick it in, giggity, but so this is the first time they get to see, anyone that watched this, them go into the Dino Tanker, the battle mode, which I thought was really cool. I always loved this shape up, I guess you could say. I heard your promise. I'll never disrupt our team again. Not everyone didn't screw up. Just Dan kind of goofed off a little. Yeah, I believe all this. So this gets into the end of the episode where they're big and it shows them show up like this. And again, there's no secret of Megazord being just created. Because I believe they use footage in the first one where they fight Goldar and the Megazord already. Megazord's already a big thing. Roger, roger. Oh no, software update right in the middle of this? Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Don't do that to me. Bro. Okay, so here's the thing. Pink Ranger is already in the Megazord. But she should be getting in right now. She should be shifting in from the Pterodactyl. I'm always so confused with that. Also, that the Pterodon is pink. Usually, at times she's pink. But when they connect it, she turns red. But I think the bottom is red. Because if the toy, when you put it together, I think the toy's red. But I swear they've made it pink before. Fist. These cuts right there, they'll use that in the future for them to fight. God, I can't remember the next season. Whoa! I thought this wasn't in the original one. It is that move. Blah, blah, blah. Go back up. What a move, bro. Yeah, I was like, that's not in it. And then rewatching it again, I'm like, oh crap, that is in it. Oh yeah, see, so the trees are getting cut down. What are the odds that these dudes in white helmets are like showing up and they're like, gotta cut these trees. Kids always in trouble. Look like they're all dancing. So of course this plays no part in the American version. Can't wait till we're gonna be just talking about the episodes without the American version. But actually I don't think. I think if we go up to the 50 episodes, they'll all do it. It's just the Green Ranger stuff that's gonna be really trippy. And of course, it's just not in it. The Riddler over here is gonna not get them. Can they put the Megazord into a tree? Yeah, that's right. So, on the original one, he just pops up. You see him just pop up for some reason. You don't know he's laying down when they cut it. God, helmet's so clean. What a filler for the episode. Just have dude just do riddles and keep doing the riddles. I don't mean to be racist, but it's pinko pinko. Like him just making a noise, like you got it right. Or is it actually him saying something? Because it doesn't say anything. He can keep going with the riddles, baby. Dude, just step on him. Because he fired a shot. God, it's so not right. Geeky, come on. Oh, they're gonna learn about the snake on his head. Yeah, I like them communicating inside the Megazord. It gives them more personalities. Like, I was gonna say Billy, but like Dan crossing his elbows right now going like, yeah, word. You just feel like they should have done more of that, or left more of that in the other one. Like them talking to each other and having a conversation. But you only can have what you can have. So they answered it wrong, so he would say his weakness. But he's supposed to make them fly away to go turn into a tree. And this is just in the middle of the fight in the American one. They should be blown into a tree. Why you gotta mess it up? See right there, they just play that part. They don't play why he was on the ground. Goldar always piecing out. I don't know if they even say that the snake is his weakness. I think they just destroy him. Ah, it was just 4 kids. Come on, we're good. Ah, 7. Great acting, 7. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, maybe 8, 9. Baboon is squat, scared, and she has a headache. We got you an autopilot, son. You truly are a leader. That's what you gotta give up to Jason, man. Finally, Megazord is born, King Sphinx is gone, and we finally get to move on from that episode that was contained into one American episode. So that's it for this episode. It's very interesting how they have to use so much, like 2 episodes into one, just to make that one. And again, I recommend watching the original one. Of course, it's on Netflix, so you could watch it. They only have a few on there, but it's crazy. It's crazy how much that they had to use out of the 2 episodes just to make one. And that's probably why. I mean, who knows what the plan was to make in the Power Rangers, because they did. Was it when it comes up, I'll get to it. But it's the one where it ends where they basically are like, Rita's done, but then they ordered like 20 more episodes or whatever. So that's Zurangers 2, basically what they call it. But yeah, it's nuts how much they had to use. It's nuts. I just think it's crazy. They only had so much footage they could use, because there's going to be a huge gap coming up where I believe they use small parts from different ones, but it doesn't really follow the same sequence, because they're going to get into the Green Ranger saga and Super Sentai Zyuranger. They're going to get into it really soon compared to how long they built it up in the Power Ranger one. So it'll be interesting. But thank you if you did watch. I see some people do go on here. I don't know if they watch all the way through. If you do, I appreciate it. Please check out our podcast. They're not the greatest right now. The discussions are great. I believe they're fun. But as far as what we used to do in the studio, if you watch old stuff in the studio, it was a lot different. But again, after COVID and things like that, we had to change a lot up. A lot of money was lost, and it was a pain. So we had to move out, and now we're just doing it from my house. But like I tell everybody all the time, we're planning on doing something, but we have to figure out what's the best route to go and where to put the next podcast at. And then life is full of a podcast. We just talk, so you don't have to see no video. It's just a screen. You can pop it on. You can watch it on any platform. I believe we're on iTunes and stuff like that. But a lot of times I listen to podcasts that even have video, and I just put it on, put my headset on, and work out, or have it playing in the car, even if it has video. So please check those out. Like, subscribe. Subscribing is huge, because we've been losing subscribers ever since we had to change things up. So yeah, thank you guys, and hopefully you guys are enjoying this. I love going through these again, because like I said, went through them recently, and I just thought it'd be fun to go through and compare, and also have a little bit of fun of the goofy stuff that happens in this, and we could really follow Zyuranger and see what it's all about. Because I really enjoy this series. It's really good. All right, thank you guys for watching. We'll be back soon with the next couple episodes. See you.